Come here, Kobe. What's up, everybody? I ain't been live in a while, but I said, oh, fuck it. I'll go live. I gotta teach English too while I'm doing this live, by the way. So whoever come in, keep that in mind. And let me set myself up here. And yeah, I am in Colombia with my dog Kobe. Alright. I just taught one class. Say what's up to all my students. And see who comes up in here. Yeah, I don't know how long I will be in Colombia. About to be heading back to the States. You hate the comb, huh, Kobe? But man, you look ratchet, bro. I gotta comb you, man. Gotta comb you, bro. I'll be gentle. Don't trip, bro. I'm gonna be going back to the States, bro. What, man? I haven't been live in so long, people don't love me no more. Yeah, I'll do the brush. What, man? What? What? Say hi to everybody. Look, Kobe looking rough. Say hi from Medellin. Yeah. What we got up in here? Let me put my glasses on. I gotta get some new glasses. Yo, I subbed and I like. And I got a small channel. I get a full name shout out. Please, thank you. You got it, Nick Gers. Yeah, I just really want to go into a restaurant or something and just have the waiter, a person taking my order, and just ask the usual. Panda Bro, welcome to the building. JC, hi, can you name a car for an edit? Name a car for an edit. I'm smoking live. Cold Souls in the building. How you doing, Cold Soul? I'll be heading back to San Diego myself pretty soon. Yeah. Can I be your dad? Sure. How much you gonna pay me? Hey man, I ran out of trees, bro. I ran out of trees, Cold Soul. Nick Gers. What's my full name? DeMont. DeMont from the fifth floor. How's the women here? Beautiful, bro. Women here are great. I've been here since April. And I'm not sure what day I'm gonna head back. I'm gonna head back to Diego and go make some extra money and then take off again. Come on, Cubby. I'm tripping. Panda Brush said I could paint some bamboo. Where you gonna grow bamboo? Actually, I think you can grow bamboo in Costa Rica. A buddy of mine does that over there. Come on, Kobe. Hey, brush your hair, man. Hey, Cold Soul, you really need to see Colombia. You just gotta make sure that these bitches don't drug and rob you over here. Hey, they will get you. Hey, but I've learned some tricks, man. I learned some tricks. Oh, yeah, bamboo samples. How much was the red Honda you ran in San Diego? Oh, I remember that red Honda. I think I was paying like um I would like to probably say $40 a day. But you know what? That company went out of business. I was renting that through what was the name of that company? Um Go something. But they didn't technically go out of business. They stopped doing business in the US. That's what happened. You need to find a car. What I suggest, right? Because the economy ain't looking too pretty over there. So I suggest don't finance nothing. Go hit an auction. In fact, because you're in San Diego, let me give you the best fucking tip ever. And this is like, because you know I used to own a car dealership. So in San Diego, no, Chula Vista, they got an auction. I forgot what day it's on. Probably Saturdays. I would assume Saturdays. But it's all the cars that they catch smuggling drugs coming across the border. And you could buy those cars for cheap. The issue is with those cars, they do take out the airbags. They do remove the gas tanks. But because of that, you can get them cheap, bro. Let me tell you a story. So my homie Chuck, right? He went to that auction with me. We went there to go buy some cars, and I'll buy cars under $1,000. But he bought this car for $600, right? Towed it to the crib, was cleaning it out. He called me up. He was like, "Bro, I can't believe they missed it." So he was cleaning it out, found a package. He thought it was kilos, right? He was like, jackpot, because what's a kilo go for? Like 25 racks? But it turned out to be a pound of, yeah, it turned out to be a pound of weed. He said when he opened it, he see the powder. He was like, holy shit. But he kept digging, and then it ended up being like a pound of weed. So he called up his homie and sold a pound for 1,500. He bought the car for 600. So I only went to that auction a few times, and then I started doing because I had moved out of the area, so and back to LA. So I started doing the Long Beach auction. Now that auction is a good auction. I would go there every week, buy a car for about 1,500, and then I would sell it. Normally I made about 1,500, and then I would flip it every week. So, but after doing the public auctions for almost a year, just working from my house, then I eventually went and got licensed and everything and started my car dealership. And then when I had my car dealership, I bought every fucking car. Literally, I've owned every fucking thing except a Bentley. I never bought a Bentley. I bought a Ferrari. I bought a Lamborghini. Never bought a Bentley. And then everything else, like everything under the fucking sun. Dude, I was selling like 25 cars a week, but it all started with really that Chula Vista auction. So trust me, this was many, many fucking years ago, but I'm sure they still got that auction. So that's what I recommend. Go get something cheap, bro. Like, don't finance nothing. That's my opinion. You know, cars are like stupid expensive now. Ain't the average car like over 30 grand? Fuck payments, bro. But yeah, that red Honda, man, I enjoyed it, but it ended up being a piece of shit. That car, I had to turn it in because it started overheating. So I think that dude probably, I think the engine was blown, and then his ass probably put some Blue Devil up in there to keep the motherfucker rolling for a while. So it was a lot of those cars I was renting through that company. There was a lot of independence. So I need something that runs good. That's all that matters to me. Stick with a Toyota. You know what, man? The best fucking car, hands down. Like I'm always gung ho with Toyotas. They're the best. I bought this Prius, and this was when me doing the ride share. So this is after the car dealership. I bought this Prius. It was 2011. I bought out my buddy Kyle. Actually, he might come up on here today. But man, that car, 300. Let me see. I put 325,000 miles on it. Never had no problems. Regular fucking maintenance. Just tires, brakes, oil change. Never had no issues. 325,000 miles. Then I went and bought the brand new Toyota Sienna minivan. Badass fucking minivan. That was a new body style that just came out. Actually, out of all the cars I owned, that was the first brand fucking new car I ever bought. But that van did not perform like the Prius. I put 185,000 miles on that car, and the one and only problem I ever had, fucking transmission went out at 185,000 miles, bro. Yeah, that was like a $50,000 fucking whip. I love the hell out of that van, but it was not like the Prius. So I'll never buy another new car ever again. To be honest with you, I don't think I'll ever buy another car. Ever. I'll go back to the States, to visit and everything, but I'll just rent a Tesla. I like the Tesla, even though everyone's talking shit. I don't like Elon Musk either, but all in all, like, I like it, but I'm not going to ever buy another car again. And then here, I'm in Colombia, fuck, I don't need no car. I'll jump on an Uber Moto, and that shit only cost me $1. Literally like $1.10. I'll be checking my Cash App. It's like $1.10, $1.13. And if I want a regular Uber, it's like $2 and some change. And I only order a regular Uber if it's raining, then I'll jump get a regular car. Or if I got a girl coming over, then I'll pay for her Uber ride. But I recommend a Toyota, man. Toyotas are the shit. I actually like Toyotas over a Honda, in my opinion. So, like, when I go back to the States, which I'll be going back pretty soon, I'm going to go rent me a Tesla. And then I'll hang out in the States for a couple months. Dude, I'm fucking happy, man. So yesterday I got an email for the global entry. I applied for the global entry back in January. Here we are in June. They just approved my application. So when I get back, man, I'm gonna go do the interview. So I refuse to pay rent in America. Because if I give me a spot and I'm paying rent, I'm fucking stuck. I can't go nowhere. Simple as that. I'm stuck. So I'd rather sleep in my car, hit the gym and all that shit, instead of paying rent. Now, of course, I would get me a spot in Mexico. But I'd rather sleep in my car, cross that motherfucking border every day. And I'm like, you know what? I don't want to pay rent in America. I don't want to cross that border. So now with the global entry, bro, I can get me a spot in Mexico and then cross the border every day because now it only take me 15 minutes to cross the fucking border. So when I get back, most likely I'm gonna sleep in my car. Well, or stay with some friends or family, but most of the time I'll just sleep in the car, hit the gym, and just grind all day. But once I get that global entry, oh my god, bro, I can't wait for that shit. But yeah, Cole. So I recommend, man, go to the auction, pay cash for some shit, man, and then when you sell it, make a profit. Dude, like one of the first cars I ever bought from that Long Beach auction, I'll never forget. I forgot what year, but it was a Camaro with the T tops. I bought that car for $1,500 at the auction. Nothing was wrong with it. I just detailed it, waxed it. I love that fucking car, man. Drove the shit for a whole year. Transmission went out. And they wanted to charge me $1,500 to fix it. Now, at the time, I didn't know what I know now. You know, after the experience owning that car dealership, I could have swapped out that tranny for $500, but I didn't know the game then. I was just a regular consumer. So they hit me at $1,500, and I didn't have the money to put $1,500 into it. So I put that Camaro for sale for $2,000 and sold it for $1,500 with the bad transmission. The beauty of going to the auction, man. There you go, Kobe. I gotta comb your hair, bro. You really need to go to the groomer. What, man? What? So yeah, Cold Soul, do you have a car right now? Or are you carless? Come on, man, you're getting knotted up here, bro. You're getting knotted up. Yeah, I don't want to leave Medellin, but you're looking for one. Yeah, Craigslist is another good one, man, but I'll get something cheap with no payments, bro. You don't want the payments, man. Trust me. You know. Yeah. Toyota, what I recommend. Cheap and simple. Fuck trying to get something nice to impress some chicks. Get something cheap, reliable. And nothing more reliable than a Honda or a Toyota. Don't fuck with an American car. Get 100,000 miles out of an American car. I don't know why, dude. Why is American cars so bad, man? 1,500 max, yeah. That's how I would do it. And buy some cash, bro, and give it a bath and keep it pushing, you know? A bath, an oil change. And dude, I know all this. I know all the fucking tricks, bro. I own my car dealership for 8 years. I know every fucking trick, bro. I know every trick. Like I'll tell you, like the Camaro I bought, the transmission went out. If I would have known what I know now, let me tell you how I would have handled it. I would have went and bought a bottle of Lucas for $10 for the tranny. Slip that $10 bottle up in there. Most likely, that $10 bottle of Lucas would have fixed the fucking transmission. If that didn't fix it, I would have then spent $100 on a transmission flush. Flushed it out, still put a bottle of Lucas up in there. That should fix the problem. If that didn't fix the problem and I actually had to fucking replace the transmission, carparts.com, car-parts.com. It links every salvage yard in the whole country. I would have bought a transmission used, and they grade the parts, grade A, B, and C, D. You just get a grade A. Bought it used on a Camaro. I probably would have bought the tranny for like $300. Then I would have paid $200 to $300 for labor for somebody to slap that shit in there. That's how I could swap out a transmission for $500. So yeah, man, you hit an auction, bro. Whatever's wrong with that car, you can get it fixed for cheap. I believe you put used parts into used cars. Dude, my car dealership, on average, what it cost me to have a car fully detailed, smogged, um, and fix any kind of mechanical issues I found with it, on average, it cost me $500. Full detail. But I had my detail guy, he only charged me $100. But I'm giving him 10 to 20 cars a week to detail. So $100 from him, then the small 50, $60, and then the rest of the money was any kind of repairs, I found that I had to fix, So on average, $500, any car I bought, unless I came across something strange like a Jetta. I used to buy a lot of Jettas. Jettas, if I came across a tranny problem, it was always expensive. It always ran me like $1,500. For your average person, it probably ran at like $3,000. You gonna let me brush you, bro? Can I at least brush you a little bit? When I do get you to grooming, they're gonna be mad at me. But yeah, your budget $1,500, man. Go to the auction, buy you some cash, Gucci, man. And whatever problem you come across, just hit me up. I'll give you some advice on that shit. Bro, that motherfucker paid for, done. I had a friend of mine named Nicole. I've known her since high school. She reminded me of, what was her name with Married with Children? The blonde chick. She was real stupid. She was so stupid. But the smartest thing, my friend Nicole, she was so smoking hot, bro. Not now. We're the same age. She's 50. I don't even know what she looks like now. But I know her since I was 15 years old. So back then, she was smoking hot. But the smartest thing that woman ever told me, which sounds dumb, she said, a clean car runs good. You give a car a bath and a nice detail, if it looks clean, it must run good. That's all I always got down. That's why any car I bought, first thing I did, detail that shit. And my detailer, he was a shit. He would do the headlights, fully buff it inside and out, whip that motherfucker up clean, and then I go get it small. Yeah, I'm like, all right, now I'll find out what problems is with it. Yeah, a clean car must run good. But yeah, I wish I could tell you the details of that Chula Vista auction. But I'll tell you, that auction was a gold mine. But you did have to do a little bit more work because you had to find a gas tank. Like the gas tank's guaranteed to be gone. And you know what? It's in Chula Vista where all the salvage yards is. But it ain't no point trying to find the gas tank in any of those salvage yards because of that auction, they's always sold out of gas tanks. So you have to go on the outskirts. But car-parts.com, you can find a gas tank anywhere. The airbags being slid open, I don't know. That's one that was just you couldn't fix. Maybe you could, I just didn't know how. Because that's more like a interior thing, you know. But dude, I bought probably at I like to say at least 5 cars out of Chula Vista. Those drug seized cars, at least 5. Eventually, I got tired of replacing gas tanks, so I moved on to another auction. But if you're just doing it one time, just for something to roll, not bad. Now, Long Beach, most public auctions, city auctions, and every city has public auctions for cars everywhere. But most city auctions would only have maybe 10, 15, 20 cars a month. Long Beach, though, they always had 100 cars every fucking week. Because Long Beach got the worst parking in the whole fucking country. And people get tired of trying to find parking and just park anywhere, get tickets up the ass, and then they couldn't afford the tickets and they shit get impounded. So Long Beach police auction, fucking gold mine every week. Every week. 100 cars every week. Hey, I would come up like a motherfucker at that auction every time. I would go every single Saturday. Long Beach police auction. You would have to look it up. Damn, I don't remember what street, but it's a Long Beach police auction, and it's every Saturday. Like, bro, and they got everything, dude. That one was a gold mine for me. Seriously, it was a gold mine. Like, I love going there. Actually, I had stuck with that auction all the way up until I started my car dealership. That was my go-to spot every time, man. It's funny, dude. I bought this, because I had a house in Claremont, right? Big house, 5-bedroom, pool, jacuzzi, and I would rent out all the rooms. So we was partying one night, and me and my roommates, bro, we got fucking hammered. Oh my God, bro. You know, it was a nice big ass crib, but I had to hit the auction on Saturday, so they was like, come on, we'll roll with you. So we rolled down there, and I was so fucking hungover, bro. But this Camaro came up, and the auctioneer said this car has roaches. This story I'm about to tell you is so fucking hilarious, bro. So the auctioneer said this car got roaches, and they put on there, and they wrote on the window, roaches. But I'm like, I ain't never heard of no fucking car having roaches, right? So I paid that shit no mind. And I bought the car, and the auctioneer was laughing. He was like, oh, this dude, he don't give a fuck about no roaches. I'm like, how can a car have roaches? Well, that night I had a date, right? Terry was her name. And I would buy a car, wouldn't have a car because I was selling, then I had to go recoup. So I bought that car, hurried up, got home, washed the motherfucker up, vacuumed it, the whole nine, cleaned it up. Didn't see no roaches. So anyway, I pick up Terry from my date, and we were going somewhere, and she's sitting in the front seat. She was like, oh my God, something's crawling up my leg. I said, uh-oh. Bro, roaches was crawling up my date's leg, bro. And then I told her the truth. I said, my bad. Those are roaches. She said, you bought a car with roaches? So, dude, it gets worse, bro. I bought that car. Ain't no telling how long it was in that auction, right? So, when I washed it, the car needed a paint job. So I went and spent some money, had a fresh, brand new paint job on it. Now, let me back up. In the glove compartment, there's some Chicle gum. When I bought the car out the auction, there's some Chicle gum. The fucking gum was there when I painted the car. Because of my date and it had roaches, and that's the video I got. If I can find that video on Facebook. If I can find that video on Facebook, I'll add it to one of my YouTube channels. So I took some fucking roach bomb fogger and I fucking recorded bombing the fucking car for the roaches. So I bombed the car with roaches. That Chicle gum was still in there. After that, I took the car, had the whole car fucking painted. Then I had another date with a different chick. This chick stayed at my house. We partied all night. Fucking, she ended up spending the night. The next morning, I'm taking her home. But she had threw up in the morning, right? So when she got in my car and I'm driving her home, her fucking breath smells so bad, bro. It was bad. And then me not even thinking, I looked at that Chicle gum and then I gave it to her to freshen up her breath because her shit was funky. And then she ate it and then she spit it out. She was like, what the fuck kind of gum is this? And that's when it clicked to me. I'm like, damn, that gum's been sitting there through the roach spray, through the car getting painted. I felt so bad. I felt so bad. Never seen her again. But her breath was so foul. Good times. I gotta try. I gotta try to find that video. And you know, that video came up in my memories on Facebook not too long ago. It was this year. That video's hilarious. And then I threw a can of fogger in there. I was like, yeah. Remember Tupac, that skit? He was like, die, you fucking roaches. Yeah. So, yeah, and I threw the fogger up in there, closed the door. What's up, Josh? What's cracking? How you doing, cuz? How you doing, bro? Glad you tuned in, man. I need to start doing these lives more often, man. I miss chopping it up with y'all, man. I think I'm gonna start doing them more often. At least a couple times out of the week, you know. But yeah, I was like, yeah, let me jump on here. I got my teacher platform up. I can see one of my students. And y'all, that's what I'll probably start doing, man. Especially till I get back to the good old US. Free and alive, no complaints, bro. That's what's up, man. Hey, you gotta take you a trip, Josh. You know you gotta take you a trip. Hey, it's summertime, man. We should have a family gathering. We should have a family gathering, man. That'd be kind of fun. Are you in Mexico? What part of... Or are you asking, am I in Mexico? And right now, I'm in Colombia. Oh, no, I had left Mexico. Right now, I'm in Colombia. I'm in Medellin. So I've been here in Medellin since a couple months. Since like April 18th, I showed up here. But I'm getting ready to leave here. I ain't got a plane ticket yet. I'm working on that one. Oh, yeah. I'm steady moving. Well, I'm going to go back to the States, man, and make some money, man, and then leave again. So, while I am in the States, I'll be fucking with TJ. I will be fucking with TJ, but I'm going to go grind in the States. You know what? When I got out here, I had a plan for my marketing. And I was going to do some email marketing. That was my plan to get leads to my life insurance. And I bought this program paying $100 a month, but me being grinding in the US, I bought the program thinking I can, as I'm driving, learn the program, but that program was like way too complicated for me to like learn and drive. So when I shot out here to Colombia, I was like, fuck it. I get out here, then I'm sitting in front of a computer, then I can learn how to use this program. So I spent like a whole week trying to learn this program, but it wasn't for me. After I was learning how to use it, the marketing that I thought it would do for me wasn't happening. So I ended up canceling that program. And so now I've just been teaching, trying to just figure out how to get leads for my insurance. And I'm just going to have to bite the bullet and pay for live transfers, which is $70 a fucking pop, bro. That just turns my stomach. But I'm not making enough money to squeeze that out being over here. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Restart the blueprint. I'm gonna go back to the States. I gotta replace. I'm talking to y'all right now on my cell phone. I gotta replace this phone. Which, if I try to do that here, it end up costing me like $1,000. No, I'm going into the life insurance business. If I was to do real estate, I would have to stay in the States. I don't want to stay in the States. I want to keep it pushing. So insurance is just going to be my main focus. But I'm just licensed in California, so I got to spend the money. I'm going to go ahead and spend the money when I get back. And just add in, I'm going to start with the cheapest states and just pay the money every week, add a state to my license. Maybe I'll stick around America long enough to add all 50 states to my license. That's just gonna cost me like $5,000. But once I do it, I never have to pay that again for the rest of my life. I'll just be licensed everywhere in America. Then I could do something like a live, and no matter where someone is at, I can sell them insurance. I can advertise everywhere. But I'm thinking to do that move, get all these states on my license, then put away at least $1,000, $2,000 just to pay for live transfers. Then leave the country again. And then I should be set up at that point where I can just gas, bro, and really just focus on my career. Because, man, the content I could be getting from my channel, if I got more free time and more money, I'm about to fuck y'all heads up, bro. And insurance is my ticket for that because I could do it from anywhere, so I just got to get it right. It made this last time I was in the States, I could have stuck around and did that, but fuck, bro, I had to get out of that place, man. I really did. I was like, I need a break from fucking the States, and I was missing Colombia like crazy. I love it here. Here is just amazing. It wouldn't surprise me if Colombia in the future would be my long term, man. You know, but I still want to see Brazil. I still want to get to Thailand. My cousin, Corey, they planning a trip to Brazil in August. Right? They ain't never been. I ain't never been there. I wouldn't mind. I'll probably take a break and go do that. But yeah, this next time when I get back, I'm just gonna set myself up, man, to where, I can really get it cracking, man. Cause, dude, if I sold one insurance policy and I'm here in like Colombia and I pop one that puts like 3 grand in my pocket, I ain't gotta work for a while, man. I just go out and, you know, go see the sights and shit. So that's the kind of life I want to live. I know how I am. Once I'm set up properly, I'll pop out a deal a day or just be able to take off because I've only been here in Medellin, but I want to see Cartagena. I want to see Bogota and all these other different places, and I want to see other countries. So, on this next time I go back to the States, enjoy summer. I ain't definitely am not fucking with the States no more during the winter time. Hell, fuck no. Hell no. Dude, when I got back last time for the holidays, I was freezing my ass off, man. I was sick for like a whole goddamn month. Got me a cigarette. Ain't doing that shit again. But yeah, if I do fuck with Mexico, well, now it looks like I can get the global entry. So instead of sleeping in my car, when I get back, I'll probably just rent me an Airbnb in Mexico, and then cross the border every day. And it's also dope. I got my motorcycle license. Man, if I could find like a cheap ass motorcycle and cross the border that way, that would be Gucci. Cause that would save me 10. Cause with Mexico trying to cross the border every. All right, am I connected? Yeah. It'll cost me $5 to get to my Airbnb, $5 to get back to the border. So that's $10 a day, 7 days a week. That's $70. At the end of the day, it'd be cheaper. But I was talking to my buddy Thomas. I was like, dude, if I end up staying long enough and give me a super cheap motorcycle, like if I could find a motorcycle for like $1,000 just across the border, and then when I do take off somewhere far, I'll just leave that motorcycle at his crib. Give me something like a bucket, man, like a serious bucket. I don't need nothing flossy. You were like, that motherfucker start up? Okay, cool, I'll take it. Because it'd be basically just for me to cross the border. Hey, a motherfucker pimp be winning with a motorcycle and a global entry to pass that line up. Oh my God. That's living to me. That kind of setup, I wouldn't mind staying in Rosarito Beach. That would be lovely, bro. You stay in Rosarito Beach or Playa. Rosarito Beach would be better, though. That would be the shit. Yeah, I don't want to fuck with America on the rent, bro. At all. I'm already knowing that shit will have me stuck. I do not want to do that. Like, even renting a room, I don't want to do it. I do not want to do it. But yeah, I hate to leave Colombia, but I'm running out. I ran out of cheese, man, dealing with some issues, and I'm like, let me not make it hard on myself. I did that shit for a whole year, making it hard on myself, just be gone, but I don't want to do that this year. But trust me, if Josh, if you ever came out here, or any of y'all ever came here, and you go to the gym, like, this why this ninja do not want to leave this motherfucker. Hell no. The weather good. The weather's always good. Yeah, I love this place, man. But you do gotta watch out for these bitches trying to poison a pimp. But I learned how to deal with that situation too. Hey, you know what I learned, man? I could buy they got these replica guns. I learned about this like 2 weeks ago. Okay. I can't be out on a patio. Hold on. So they got I guess they sell replica guns 150 bucks. Alright, I'm back on. So it's a replica gun. You could buy it for 150 bucks. And then you can go get paperwork done on it. So that way you can carry it like a concealed weapon. So next time I come out here, I'll probably buy one of them motherfuckers, man. You know, I had all my guns in the States, and I miss my Glock. You know, my Glock, I named it Bella. I miss that gun. But, well, actually, I can get it back anytime I want because I gave it to my sister. But I think when I come back out here, I want to buy a burner phone, do the paperwork on a little strap, and then I can walk around fucking legally strapped here in Colombia. That would be gangster. That would be super gangster. All right, let me see if I can get any students in the next 15 minutes, and if not, I'll probably go ahead and eat, take my ass to sleep. I'll be getting in a full fucking day. I'll be up early as fuck, man. Well, it's weird. Like I'm a 2 hour difference from from California. So 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock here. So 7 o'clock over there. So I still wake up at 6 in the morning here. Where in the States, I always woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning. So it's like my body's adapted to waking up at 4 in the morning, but it's really be 6 over here. So I'll still be on my motherfucking grind. No alarm clock needed. Yeah, where my students at? Students. Man, I have my one student from Taiwan, and he accidentally ended our class on accident early. It was a 20-minute class. Alright. Alright, fellas. I am actually kind of tired. So I'm going to go ahead and end this stream, and I'll be back on here again, man. I miss chatting with y'all, you know. But yeah, I'm a little beat. I'm going to go ahead and turn on my classes, end this stream. Maybe I'll jump back on here tomorrow night. Most likely I will. Hasta luego.